Hello.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Back
Let's
to
go.
East Lacrimosa of Dana.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't know? Allison has been bedridden. Apparently she's pregnant and was hiding it from everyone. She fainted after overworking herself and she has been resting ever since. Even so, her condition hasn't improved at all. Licht checked on her and believes she could give birth any day now. I think that has Allison feeling very worried. I'm worried too. If only there was something we could do to help her feel better. Do you have any ideas? Prepare her favorite dish. I'm sure that would make her happy, but in her condition, I don't think she has her usual appetite. What about flowers? The sight and smell of her favorite flowers ought to cheer her up. I remember something Allison told me earlier. Her hometown had a beautiful flower garden. Apparently it was filled to the brim with purple bell flowers. It sounded like it was a memorable place for her husband too. The purple bell flowers are very rare and can only be found in Greek. As the name suggests, it's a flower with purple petals arranged in the shape of the bell. No, really? You don't say. Have you heard of this flower, Dana? I saw them during the Eternian era. They were rare back then, so they might be even harder to find now. But it's possible that they're still around here somewhere. Let's try to find some. Yes, I'm sure she would be delighted to receive them. But then it's decided. Let's hurry and try to find them. Very good. Quest hometown flowers.
Let's go. Time to figure out how this is gonna work.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah.
Need flowers. Good luck. I can't believe a grown man is scared of ghosts. Why do they scare you? Why? Because they're already dead. If things turn belly up, they'll drag us to the underworld and... Look up behind you. Yep. What I expected.
Doing it.
Just a joke, my friend. Just a joke. The scream is so funny, Sahad.
Your screams of terror delight me, Sahad.
Come on, you guys. Screams of terror. Oh no. No. What is going on?
I don't know. Disconnect your controller and reconnect it.
I'll do it a second time. Let's go.
Or maybe somehow your control mappings got destroyed. I don't know.
It's been done. Literally, I don't know what's going on. It seemed to be working perfectly fine.
Uh-huh.
Right, like this is perfectly fine. I'm not touching literally anything other than just left stick.
Yep.
Right stick.
Yep.
Nothing else. It's perfectly fine.
It's fine. Yep. Yeah.
Right docking. Nice. It's you. I remember you. Worst sailor on the 7 seas.
Worst sailor I've ever heard of.
Yep. Save points. Wonderful. I didn't touch it there. Come on, game. Oh well.
Is it... What button normally opens the menu?
It's right trigger.
Okay, mash that a bunch. Maybe there's something in there.
Okay. That one was intentional. Okay. Can we upgrade weapons? Talking to you first.
How can
Here's
I help you
Reforge.
today?
Right,
Is that it?
maxed out the ones I
How can I
care
help
for.
you today?
Yeah?
equipped the best one I have
That
access to. Wonderful. Alright. Well, let's go find some flowers. Where do we even begin? Oh. There's really going to be no hints? Okay, it's probably over here.
Yeah, there's.
It's probably over here.
Go here.
To the waypoint. Alright. South. South is nowhere. Nowheresville. I guess we go this way. Wonderful. Oh yes.
Yeah,
These
we're back.
things. Where are they? Where is it? Huh? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Pokemon that I don't like. The floor trap.
Galarian Stunfisk?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because that one route that was literally just like a straight line tunnel was very uninspired.
I mean, it's not a reason to dislike the Pokemon itself.
I don't know. Oh. Okay, getting back into the swing of things. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
I can play the game.
Yeah, video game.
Dang it. Picked it up. Okay, so is it actually south? It is south. Wait. Does it go here? That where the map connects?
So, remember back to a long time ago.
It's a little far, a long time ago.
A long time ago, where you needed a movement ability.
Oh.
That's actually a wall.
But
There is something.
I could just reach out my hands and grab the wall and pull myself up because I'm a strong
we'll do it.
adventurer, man.
All right, we'll do it.
It's from this one, right? This
Yeah.
map? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. We're going.
Just do the thing. It's fine.
Yeah. So what have you been doing, like, game-wise?
Finished Octopath Traveler 2.
Nice.
Had a good time.
Good to hear.
Except for the ending. Cause
Again?
All right, here we go. Here we go again. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They did it again.
Oh no. What'd they do?
They went, hey, here's this game where you have 4 party members in your party out of 8, and we're not gonna force you outside of the story to swap them. Right? It doesn't
Right.
like take party members away and add them back in at random.
Right.
So by the time you finish all the main stories, you have a favorite party of 4 that you want to use.
Yeah.
Right? That's just natural.
Yeah. Natural.
Party members that are not active do not gain experience.
So you're under leveled on the opposite floor that you don't use.
So when the secret final boss, the secret super boss shows up and is like, all right, hope you leveled everyone evenly, even though we didn't ask you to do that before now.
Yeah.
It just becomes, well, now I have to grind for 2 hours to get them back up with like the most efficient grinding techniques that I had to look up, because why would you...
This is one of the times where I
just,
actually wouldn't mind an XP share.
So it makes sense if they're gonna force you to use everything.
Right?
If you are going
Sand
to
sharks,
force me
no.
to use these party members, give them experience. Don't make
Yeah.
me do it. That's just more. That's literally just
That's
grinding
just grind.
time.
Yeah. Roman badge. Sweet. Ah, the sand sharks.
So, yeah, wasn't great. I went and did it
Yeah, of course.
this time. Last Octopath Traveler 1, that was
So
it.
no.
I just set the game down, never picked it back up. This game, I went, okay, fine. I'll do it. I didn't like it, but I did it.
Yeah. I see him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
see
you
the fishing. I see the fishing slot.
There they are.
So you know this is a JRPG. Also, how you know Guild Wars is now also a JRPG, didn't you know?
I do know.
Here we go. What's biting today?
As it turns out.
I got bored one day and just decided to sprint through the story so I can unlock fishing. Guild Wars.
Really?
Yeah. Because you just have to do the first story mission, so I just like spam click through it and didn't pay attention to it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't actually do it. You
Right.
can replay
Yeah,
it,
I was
so-
like, whoa, you went and did everything?
No.
If you just did the first story instance,
That was the
that's
first story instance,
that's fine.
and all I did was spam click through it and not pay attention to it
Ah.
because it's story and I don't want that much
Fine.
spoilers.
Yeah, and we'll get back there in a couple months when we get around to that.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. No
It's on
big
the
deal.
it's on the list.
Hey, I caught one.
Cool fishing. So after you beat Octopath Travelers 2, you know the fun game that is grinding at the very end because they
Yeah,
decided
I
to,
didn't like the
feature.
very last 5% of the game when I had to grind everybody up to a suitable level to beat the super boss.
Yeah.
Outside of that, great game. And if that's something that you don't mind, you will love it. If you liked the first game. It's the
Yeah.
first game, but better.
Cool. Who is your final main favorite party for?
Hunter, Scholar, Cleric, Warrior is what I used. That was my main party.
Look, a cave!
Look,
I've never been in that one
okay.
before.
Might be worth checking out.
Okay. I'm like, these look like enemies I faced in like an older East game, but then I remembered pillar enemy that shoots things is probably a pretty standard enemy type for East games.
Also, this is an East game, so it could just be a reskin.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a weird thing. It looks strange and... Oh no. It's vulnerable up here. Well, I can damage it so fast, I break through all realms and realities and damage it somehow. Well, shielded,
As you do.
as I do.
Even stronger!
Cool.
Alright. So after that, I then played Bone Razor Minions for a bit.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't scratch the itch the same way, so I set it down. Like, I got to the point where I was clearing New Game Plus 1
Whoa, how beautiful!
Right.
consistently, and I was just like, alright,
Yeah, that's been enough.
that's enough for me. The achievements are also ridiculous, so I don't feel the need to go get them. Right? Like, they're
So
like, do
what-
this ridiculous thing. Like, that's RNG. I can't just make that happen.
Gotcha.
No, I'm out. Like...
Yeah, so what did you like, what did you not like, and what made you realize it didn't scratch
Alright,
the same
so-
itch that Vampire Survivors did?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so this is a game that is very much inspired from Vampire Survivors and games like that. Hey, look, a ghost ship.
Hey look, it's a ghost ship.
I like the design of it.
It's cool, yeah. It's here.
Yep.
Ghost ship, it really exists. It's also not on fire and doesn't look spooky. It just looks like a really well-designed ship that just kind of looks ominous. Let's go on board and get a closer look because we're crazy.
Yes, let's climb aboard. So, the main difference, like the biggest, most obvious difference between it and like games, I'm gonna refer to them as bullet heavens because I love that.
It is the most appropriate name for them, and I'm honestly kind of surprised it's not like super mainstream title for them.
So the main thing with Bone Razor minions, as you might be
Let's
able
put my
to determine by
swords
the
away
name,
to take them right back out again.
yeah, it's fine. The most obvious thing is that you have minions. You do not yourself attack. You have to run around while your minions do all the fighting. Interesting premise. Executed well. The second thing you'll notice is that there's a class system, and I don't know how many of these games do that. Vampire Survivors didn't really have a class per se. They only
Had a
really had
character.
a character with also fish, by the way. They had a character with a passive ability. They might have different stat scaling, but they'll play functionally the same, and they'll have a different starting weapon. They functionally all play the same.
Right.
In Bone Racer minions, you have a class that has a skill tree that you spend resources to unlock, and sometimes that even unlocks unique minions
Cool.
that only that class has access to, which I wouldn't say drastically, but noticeably changes your playstyle. Because when you're your class shapes the level up choices, versus Vampire Survivors does not do that
Right.
at all. I like that. I really like that. The class progression was a bit. It was there.
Expect this.
Murder thing. Zokamethos?
Zokamethos. Sorry.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Just lays there and doesn't drop anything because he's evil.
There's also some other stuff like the different maps actually matter because you can place traps on the field before you start. Basically, you pick your trap layout there, which I kept forgetting that system existed, so it wasn't that strong.
Okay, he's not staying dead.
He's not staying dead. Weird.
Darn. Do I have to fish up his heart while he's standing here
No.
trying to beat me up?
No, think about prior East games.
Yeah, I need the undead collecting bell that collects the souls of the damned after I kill him. Fine, I'll go find it on the ship.
Yeah.
Look, it's a spooky ship. Looks cool.
Okay.
Wow! It's huge!
Looks real enough to me. Guess we're not seeing things.
There's a name engraved on the hull. Eleftheria.
Oh.
Well, guess we got all this ghost ship noise sorted out. This thing's a wreck. She don't even look seaworthy.
But we saw it floating on the water yesterday.
Definitely not seaworthy.
Not seaworthy.
Well, I wonder how she pulled
I wonder how that happens. Turns away and starts marching off screen.
Or maybe we shouldn't be asking how, but who?
Ooh. Let's search the ship.
Okay.
Are you serious? Of course, we've already come this far. But how are we supposed to get on it? I don't see any way aboard. Let's search near the ship first. Die. Oh, I just drop straight on the ship. Because that's how Adel goes.
Something's here.
She definitely won't be seaworthy after I get on the ship, though. Hop on and she'll just sink immediately. Ghost ship solved.
right.
Get the bird.
Darn it.
All right, so Bone Racer minions. Anything after that?
Yeah, after I got a little tired of that, I then moved on to Dungeons of Aether.
I remember that. It's a turn-based
So-
RPG, right?
A treasure chest.
No.
No.
So,
allow us to
Dungeons of
explain.
Aether, as some of you may have already guessed, is a game in the Aether universe, which the previous game, Rivals of Aether, exists in. Rivals of Aether being that platform fighter Smash-like game.
Yeah. Day 3 since leaving Atlas Port, the elf area is handling the journey well. We should soon make land on the Isle of Seiren, ominous as it is. It is imperative that I reach the island and return safely. Indeed, they must be exposed and shown for what they are. I must do this. Should I fail, I will forswear my own rank and name and be Captain Reed no more. Captain Reed? You've heard of him? Of course I heard of him. Everyone in Greek has heard O dread pirate Reed. Pirate? Yeah, according to the tales, he was around 100 years ago. He had long ruddy hair and was missing an arm. They say he was a scourge of the Gate Sea. He burned down whole villages on different islands. Not even women and children were spared. It's horrible. Yeah, he was a monster. The Grecians hate him to this day. Won't need to say his name. Why would his writings be here? Could this ghost ship be? No way! They say Captain Reed was captured by the Greek Navy and executed at their headquarters. I never heard anything about him going to the Isle of Seiren. We said his name, he heard us, better run.
I'm sure it's fine.
Ah. All right, let's board the ship. Let's go. Tally ho. We don't know what to expect to find on the ship, so be careful, everyone. Ah, jeez. Are we really going aboard? Obviously. Have you not been around Adel long enough?
Yeah, what do you think this is?
What kind of game do you think you're in, Sahad? Poor Sahad, he doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
Does not know. Hey, look, it's a bunch of bodies. I wonder how they died.
Oh,
Let me off.
This certainly looks like a pirate ship.
I wonder, could the corpses we've been seeing on the island be former members of the ship's crew?
Probably.
Seems that way.
You think Captain Reed's really here? I don't like the feel of this, guys. We should get off of this ship now.
Hey, look, it's the bell.
The ship's bell.
We're on Mr. Reed's wild ride now. Why do they always have that landing bridge?
We're trapped.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the East games just have that landing bridge.
Is
Yeah.
this ship about
It's
to
a
set
cool
sail?
contraption for like airship. Not so much an actual ship,
Who is controlling the ship?
but also they're all the same, so it's quite amusing. Hey, Captain, I'm here to sink your ship. He doesn't even have a funny hat. What kind of captain is that? I slide through the water with no regard to physics whatsoever.
Yeah.
So that was actually a little eerie there at the very beginning.
What do you mean?
But then the scene kept going for too long, and it started like being less eerie, and then the music got off from the drone with the eerie dissonance, and then it kind of got ruined. And then the ship did the Pokemon. I don't know how to do animation, so I'm just gonna go slide right out of there.
I mean, it's a boat.
This really is a ghost ship.
Yeah,
Fair
but
to the poor ship. What else is it gonna do?
just like slid right out of there. Could have floated right out of there.
See.
It didn't have to like slide backwards, turn on itself, like without going any direction. Just kind of turned.
Okay, yes, rotating in place is pretty bad.
It rotated in place and then like slid forward. All it had to do was the fire had to turn on,
What on earth is
the
going
fog
on?
needed to roll in, and the ship would slowly drift and out until you couldn't see it anymore. That's all it had to do. Clearly, we're on a ghost ship. Al shaking his head. It's like, come on,
So cavalier about this.
we're on an adventure. See, my Picard's not acting up.
Is this really harder to accept than the existence of primordials?
Or my presence in this era.
Exactly. Like, there's some weirder things going on. Undead controlling a ship? Psh, that's so much like 3 games ago.
These pirates are pretty hard workers for a bunch of dead guys.
See, that's the way you save money. Instead of having to feed and water and citrus a whole crew, you just become a necromancer and run undead legions, carrying all the supplies. You can save so much space and money on food and water just for yourself, instead of everyone.
Yes, they're very professional. I could learn much from them.
I like how his voice is always always under the music.
Yeah, it's a little undermixed.
How can y'all be so calm at a time like this? Me and Laxi are practically wetting ourselves in terror over here.
Yeah, but you're also not in fire, so clearly it's some weird eerie magic nonsense.
Speak for yourself.
All right, cool. This is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
The models for the skeletons were like they look a little. What is it? PSP?
PS Vita.
PS Vita. They
Again,
look a little
really
Vita.
impressive for Vita or PSP.
Yeah. Look, I didn't play that.
It's
that
alright.
console.
It's alright. I never owned a Vita either.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Okay. Where are my rope swinging puzzles? Come on, I entered a ship on the water, which means now that I went below deck, it's time for rope swinging puzzles. Torches. I have an awesome feeling about this place, but why are you so happy about it? Oh no, it's a Dark Souls boss.
What? Oh no.
Dark Souls boss room. Huh? What the? We can't go back to the deck. Oh dear. One way or another. Yes, we can. You're right. We can't just stay on the ship forever. Let's keep our eyes open as we proceed. Safety stone. Yeah, so you've been playing a couple games.
No, I've actually already finished Dungeons of Aether now that we can get back to it. So, Dungeons of Aether, as I already mentioned, is in the Rivals of Aether universe. Of that platform fighter that did alright. Apparently they're expanding because this game is not a turn-based RPG. It is in fact a dice drafting game.
Oh, what? The dice drafting
Slash
game.
mystery dungeon.
That sounds really good.
So, I say mystery dungeon because dungeons are randomized. You don't go tile by tile like in the mystery dungeon game. It's more room by room, so the exploration is less intense, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I guess.
But
that's
the
a little
combat, dice drafting. So, every round, 6 dice get rolled, and have a number from 1 through 6.
Okay.
And you take turns with the opponent, picking to add to your stats.
I gotta appreciate this, like, Cthulhu crustacean.
You gotta, oh yeah.
It's got, like, a Cthulhu-like face. That
Yeah, no, it's great.
know what I'm talking about. We'll see it. Now that I've pointed out to them, they'll never unsee it again.
I can't wait to never unsee it again.
It's the little wings on its back.